NCP, maybe you heard about it because there are a lot of hype behind of that. But in this video, it's for beginners, and we are going walking through step by step to know what is NCP, why it's so important. We are going to see a real life example, and finally, we are going to create an N8N example. Stick around to the end because in the end of the video, I will give you my concern about NCP and how you can make money with that. There is a simple way to go from this to this. Both are a AI agent for Google tools. But as you can see here, that is a totally nightmare configure all these nodes. And here we only use two. That is because of the NCP. In this, we have to configure each node for each action. And with NCP, we only have to configure two of them. NCP has been created by Anthropic. Anthropic is one of the big companies in AI, but nowadays other big companies such as OpenAI are using model context protocol in his application, such as now OpenAI is using NCP on ChatGPT for desktops. To think about it about NCP, you have to think about in USB-C. Basically, USB-C is a standardization for connect devices. If you want to connect your monitor with your computer, you use a USB-C. But if you want to connect all of them with only one connection, you use this kind of tool. And then connecting this tool with your computer, you can connect your mouse, your monitor, your speaker, and another devices with your computer. That is basically NCP is. NCP has the typical client-server architecture. You have your application, it's the client, it could be OpenAI, Claude, Cursor AI, or in this case, N8N. We connect NCP with our application, and with that, we have access for a lot of tools. In this case, let's say that is the NCP for Google tools. We have calendars, emails, and Drive. And write down only one prompt, you can execute all of them. And the best part, you only have to configure one tool, not all the Google tools. And in the future, if Google add another new tools, you don't have to change nothing because the NCP will be add this for you. How NCP works? We have four fundamental pillars on NCP. First of all, we have the host. The host is our application where the application is running. It could be ChatGPT, Claude, Cursor AI, or N8N. After that, we have client to NCP. Think about it in the typical bridge. A bridge is a structure that connects two pieces of land. It's the same. The structure that connects the host with the server. And the server is a lightweight programs that allow us connect with the external tools. And the last one, here is a mistake, is a resource. What are the resources? The resources could be internal resources. Let's say you are executing your NCP on your computer and the host need access for a file system or something inside of your computer. That will be internal resources. But also there is external resources such as APIs, go to internet to look for something, and etc. This is a real example. Let's say you have a boss, a manager with a team, a huge team, a team with more than 10 members. And this manager have to create a performance document for each of the members. And basically, he have to schedule a meeting, send an email for them, send a message on a Slack as well, and create the document for each member. It could be take around 30 or 40 minutes, depending on the manager. But if you create an AI agent to automate that, it will be much easier because it will be only a couple minutes prompting and the AI will make the work for him. But behind the scene, we have this that is a little bit a nightmare. But with NCP, it will be even better because you only have this. You have the message from the management. With NCP will be even better because you always have the message from the management and only two not two connections. Let's say the manager with NCP will be even better because you have only two nodes to connect. Let's say the manager has the instruction saying, well, for each of the members of the team, send a Slack message, create a Google Calendar meeting, send an email as well, and create a document on Google Docs. The AI agent only calls these nodes and execute all the action required. Let's talk about theory. Let's jump to the example. Let's go to the practice. Let's create an AI agent to Airbnb using MCP. The first step that you have to do is go here where your profile is, three dots, and click on settings. Here click on community nodes, and here we are going to create a new one or install a new one. In this case, the name of this NCP is this N8N CP. You have to accept this criteria because there is some risk, because that is not official NCP nodes. It's created by the community. You have to install. I already installed it, and something like this will appear on your N8N account. After that, we are going to create a new workflow. Okay, in new workflow, we are going to create a trigger. In this case, the trigger will be the simple one. As I always told you, a trigger is this node that fire or start the workflow. In this case, will be a normal chat, a trigger chat, but of course, it could be a chat with WhatsApp from Telegram, etc. And here we are going to add NCP. And in NCP, we are going to choose list available tools. I have here the credential above. I'm going to show you the credential that I have. We have this credential above. To get your credential, you have to come here in this GitHub repository and look for the tool that you have to connect. As you can see, there is a lot of tools that you can use. And here is Airbnb. Here is Airbnb. You only open this and you have this. You have to use this because if not, it will not work in expected, because this is the option only for call. And then you use this as a command, and you can see here. An argument, you have to copy and paste all these elements, but without commas. This way. Once your NCP is already set up, we are going to chat with him and we are going to ask, hey, list of, can you let me know the list of the tools that you have? Well, as we can see, we have two tools provide for Airbnb, but in the future, Airbnb can provide more than two, and you don't have to change nothing in your N8N workflow. That is super powerful, to be honest, because imagine that in the normal workflow, you have to create a new node and add the new configuration for this new node, and now it's not needed anymore. We want to create something more complicated. That's why we are going to add another node that's advanced AI. And here, let's as default, let's set up a simple memory, but you can select memory, Postgres memory, Redis memory. In this case, I'm going to use a simple memory. Left this as a default as well. And here, let's choose the model that we are going to use. In this case, will be OpenAI model. And this case, if you don't have any credential, you can create one. Let me show you how you can create a credential. Basically, you have to come to OpenAI platform. Here in OpenAI platform, click on dashboard. Dashboard, you have OpenAI keys. Create a new one. This will, let's select a name, and then this LCP. Create a new one. Just copy and paste on and save. And that's pretty made. It's done. We are already connected. Well, the next step is set up the NCP. First, you have to select the NCP to list the available tools. In this case, we are going to NCP and here list tools. Because this way, the AI agent will know which tools is available. Let's say in Google, for now, it's only available in Gmails and Google Drive. But in the future, we'll have calendar, but now it's not available. Well, with that, the AI agent can know. And now we are going to add NCP node as well, but execution. tool. Nice. But there is an issue here. Let's fix it. Basically here is asked us what will be the tool name, but it will be dynamical because it's not hard coding because we don't know what will be the tool that agent will use, and that's why N8N introduced this expression and just write down this to use an AI, and we have to write down this is the key, tool is the key, and the value selected for each case. Well, nice. And here the same, the parameter will be dynamical. I think we can use this. And well, that's it. We already have our agent, but start to test it. Let's ask something simple at the first. Hey, I want a apartment on Barcelona, my budget. Let's say the answer. Okay, cool. That is something else is not working here. Okay, everything is working. Once we already have our agent, it's time to test it. Let's open refresh this and let's add something simple first. I want a apartment in Buenos Aires, June June 1st until June 9th, 2025. Let's see. As you can see, it's executing. Look for the tools here. Come back to the model. Now executing. And let's wait for the. We have here the response. We can validate quickly. Let's say this entire on Buenos Aires. Let's say if it's available in the data that assignment, yeah, it is. It will be have until 9, right? Yeah, but it is. It's totally is working. But let's complicate a little bit more. I want a apartment in Buenos Aires to all months of June 2025 in Recoleta. That is a neighborhood. My budget is $1,000. And what else? With free cancellation. As you can see, it's executing. It's the same as before. Let's wait for the answer. And boom, we have our list of apartment on Buenos Aires. Let's take a look. If everything is as we expected, first of all, it should be on Recoleta. It is studio on Recoleta and the neighborhood in Recoleta. Let's check the date first. Yeah, it's available in the day that we select and it's on the budget. Yeah, it works pretty nice. Quick warnings here, guys, and something that how you can improve the agents is adding this prompt. As you can see, I set up a role for them, a couple rules, and because I would like to make sure they always use the MCP tools. And another one, and the most important one, is if maybe, let's say, save, maybe when you come here, you will not able to see or you will not able to have the option community nodes. That's why, because NNN only allowed community nodes when you have running locally NNN. That's why we have localhost here. I have a video explaining how you can do that. Let's go ahead, but just to keep in mind. My concern about NCP is something a little bit new, at least in the date that this video is recording, because NCP was created or was launched on November 2024, and it's not recommended use NCP for production workflows or for your currently clients. My recommendation is use NCP only for practice, at least for now, and you have to learn how to use it, and let's say how the market is going in this case. Where there is a really good opportunity is create NCP for tools. Let's say there is not NCP for Salesforce or for GitHub. Maybe you can create one of them and sell them. It's a really good opportunity right now. If you want to learn more about the AI automation, NCP, rack system, N8N, and how integrate that in your business or in your website, just follow me. I have a couple tutorials teaching how to do that.